What is up, everybody? Welcome back, or welcome to Optimal Self Live. There it is. How you guys doing out there today? Today has been an absolutely positively incredible day, and I want to get right to it. As always, thank you for joining us. Thanks for being here. Thank you for the last time we got together. We talked about paying it forward. We talked about taking that moment and actually brightening somebody's day, actually sending them a text. We talked about how exponentially we can drop that little pebble into the water and we can have just a massive ripple effect on what that does to our communities, to our families, to our immediate families. And so I want to stand here before you and report that a few of the ones that I sent out got some really, really cool responses. Some very much, I needed that today's. And because of that, I just want to say thank you, because you guys in this moment in Optimal Self Live is really, in my world, it's my accountability piece. It's the piece of my life that I am accountable to you. I'm accountable to what the content and what we provide. And so because of that, it allows me the ability to be accountable to what I want, but also I get to enjoy it with you, and to see the responses really is an amazing thing. So I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you that whenever you watched it, whatever you did, just know that you're the inspiration that makes this happen. And that ripple effect that we create by what we do every day, right? We talked about it in the last one. If you didn't hear it, please go back, just one back. It's called Pay It Forward, and take a look at it. Take a listen if you haven't seen it yet and you're stumbling on this at another time. And we talked about touching somebody else. Today, I want to talk about you. And I want to talk about the things that actually build you. How do we create the best version of ourselves? And so today I want to give you a little quote. And this comes from, I saw it it was either on a shirt or on the wall behind somebody that was speaking in a convention that I just came out of. And it says, decide your habits, decide your future. And I literally, the moment I saw it, it came up. And again, I don't remember if it was on the shirt or on the wall behind them when they were speaking. And I wrote it down and I circled it, and I made a couple notes. And the notes were this. I wanted to say, what is a habit? So when we decide our habits, decides our future, meaning the things that you do on autopilot are the things that are really making your future. So I looked up habits, and it said an acquired behavior pattern regularly followed until it has become almost involuntary. That's the definition, is an acquired behavior. So understand that your habits, the acquired behaviors that you have right this second, are what have got you where you are. The future is now. Your present is because of the acquired behavior patterns you regularly follow. And so then I looked up future. So if those habits are creating what we believe, and so what is future? Well, the definition says something that will exist or happen in time. And I loved it. Immediately, I was like, oh my Lord, in time. So in other words, the acquired behaviors, right, the patterns that you are regularly following are going to happen, and something is going to exist or happen in time based on those habits. So again, your habits decide your future. So we always look and we think, what are the things that we're doing? But I want to go a little bit. I want to flip the script on that for a second, because I was also reading a book called Limitless. If you have it, I was just reading it the other day by Jim Quick, and in there, Jim Quick talks about a to-do list, meaning you have everybody has something that they need to do, right? Most of you should. I mean, I hope those of you that have been following along of Optimal Self, Principle 6 is intention. I hope you're setting those intentions every day. I hope you have an intentional and purposeful morning so that your day goes as you do it. It's not the day controlling you, you're controlling the day. But when he talked about the to-do list, he flipped the script and he said, you want to know a better thing to do? You need a not to-do list. And I was like, whoa, keep talking. Tell me more, right? Fired me up. I was like, tell me more. And what he was saying was this. If we go back to what it says on your screen right now, and those of you that aren't watching, I'm going to read it to you. It says, decide your habits, decide your future. And we already know that habits are acquired behaviors that are regularly followed until we don't even know we're doing it anymore. And that our future is something that's going to exist or happen in time. And now if I decide my habits, that's what decides my future. So it comes down to decision. I'm in control. Ladies and gentlemen, you are in control of your future. But you have to decide, and you have to acquire behaviors that will build that future. And if you're not where you want to go, which most of us aren't, me included, so now instead of trying to create the new habit, what's stopping you from doing it now? Because that's the behavior I have to stop. So what Jim said is, let's create a not to-do list. So I'm going to give it to you, right? So what does that mean? For instance, I'm a coffee lover. I love coffee. I like to grind the beans. I like different types of beans. I love it. I love the smell of it. I love the taste of it, all of it. My not to-do list is I'm not going to drink coffee until I've had my hydration cocktail, till I've had water, Himalayan sea salt with lemon. I am not allowed to drink coffee. I must earn the right to have it. That little change is when he said a not to-do list. I thought, wow, that's really great. Because what are the things that are distracting you from having the future you want? What are the things taking you down the road that are taking you away from your optimal self, from your optimal life, from the best version of you? Because those are the things. So let's talk about it. What do you need to not do so that you can have that big, beautiful, amazing life? You see, around those things, we might know the right thing to do. I know hydration is the most important thing. I know that when my brain is completely hydrated, that I'm sharp, that I don't get brain fog, that my energy is up. When I'm hydrated, my muscles, everything, my cells are on fire. I know that. The moment I drink coffee first, or the moment I do anything that takes my body out of hydration, my energy falls, my thought pattern, my critical thinking falls, everything starts going down. And guess what? Now, because fatigue makes cowards of us all, and there's decision fatigue to it, and now I'm very, very likely to make a poor decision on what I should eat, what I should do, even in work, making decisions on should we buy, should we sell, what should we do, how do we create. So if I'm not at my best, if I'm not hydrated, if I'm not doing those things, the chances of me making great decisions are really, really low. So what is on your list? What is holding you from having the energy and the brain power and the strength to really build that future for you, build that future for your family? Because those are the things that we have to stop. So we need the not to-do list. And some of the things we'll still do. I'm still going to have that cup of coffee, but not until I've earned the right and put my mind and put my body in a state that I can be my optimal self, that I can be the best version of me. It's very simple for you. Look at your habits today. Look at the things that you do today, whether it be how you eat and how you move, when you read, do you journal, are you meditating, how do you breathe, all the things that are principles of optimal self. And how do I start to implement them? I implement them by stopping the distractions that are taking me away from doing those things. So instead of starting with the to-do list, let's start with the not to-do list. Let's start with the things that I shouldn't do. Again, that could be, I'm not answering emails until I've done X, Y, or Z. I'm not getting on my phone first thing in the morning. I'm not going to bed staring at my phone. I'm going to shut that phone off. There's a good not to do, that I'm going to shut my phone off and put it away 2 hours before bed so that I don't have that blue light exposure, so that I can actually get to deep sleep and let that melatonin release so that I get full recovery, so that I can have an amazing day and I can have an amazing future. Because guess what? Tomorrow is your future. What are the habits that you need to decide on? What are the not to do's that you need to eliminate so that your future is bright, so that your future is yours, so that your future is created by you? It's not somebody else's story. It's not somebody else. You get to create it. But what do you have to do? You got to decide. All right, there's your action item. Decide your future, or decide your habits, decide your future. Create it. It starts with a not to-do list. What do you need to eliminate so that your future is yours? Write it down. Take action. Be your future. All right, that's what I got for you. Listen, as you all know, we have the private group on Wednesdays. Please, all you have to do is jump over to optimalself.today. All you got to do is put that email address in. You're going to get all the invites. You're going to get parts of the principles. Join the private group. Inside the private group, you'll have access to us. You'll have access to the first 4 principles at this point. And we'll be touching on each and every one of them as we move forward. Love to have you in there. But again, you have to decide. All right. Have an awesome, awesome night and get out there and be the best version of you.